Hello and welcome. My name is Sue from Cordery Yoga, and thank you for taking the time to join me today for some simple exercises to help those of you that suffer from plantar fasciitis. So the reason for putting this little video together today is that I have a student who is suffering from this ailment, and as those of you who know and suffer from it, it can be extremely painful. It just arrives and it just disappears. But during that time, it's extremely painful. And it's all to do with the fascia that connects your heel to your toes. So what can you do to help alleviate it? Well, you can rest it, you can ice it, or you can try a few simple stretches. So at any time, these stretches should not be really uncomfortable. They might cause a little bit of discomfort, but they should never ever be really uncomfortable. If they are, and if you are suffering acutely with the heel pain, I would suggest seeing a medical professional before you go any further. They may then suggest that perhaps you see a professional person who's got real knowledge of this condition. They may suggest inserts in your shoes or a change of shoes. They may suggest physio. I'm not too sure. I'm not a medical professional. I'm a yoga teacher, and I'm just going to try and help you and my student with a few simple exercises. So for these exercises, you will require what we call a yoga brick. If you don't have a yoga brick, then a hardback book will be fine, or when you've seen the movement, then you can use the stairs, or you can use a little step up. Okay, so that's that one. You will need a yoga belt. Now again, if you don't have a yoga belt, you can use the dog's lead, borrow the dog's lead, or you can use a dressing gown cord. Both will be serviceable, so you don't have to worry about that. And the other one is a tennis ball. Again, you could rob the dog. Okay, if you rob the dog, please clean the ball first. Give it a good wash, wipe it over with an antibacterial wipe. But failing that, buy yourself just a cheap tennis ball. That will be absolutely fine. Okay, so if you would like to pause the video maybe while you go and find these three things that will help you, and then rejoin me when you are ready and press the play button once again. So what we're going to do is we're going to come up to standing first of all. And this one is quite simple, quite easy. Let me move back slightly so that you don't lose my head. And it's called Prancing Feet. So I've stood to the side so you can see what I'm doing. So stand up nice and tall. Roll those shoulders back and down. Think about your posture. Push down through those feet. Heavy in your legs. Push into those feet. Pull your belly button in, up and back towards your spine to help with your balance. Hands on thighs or hips, wherever you choose to help with your balance. And all I'm going to ask you to do is breathe in, and as you exhale, come up onto your toes and down onto your heels. Up onto your toes, down onto your heels. Toes, heels, toes, heels. Toes, heels, toes, heels. Toes, heels, for as many times as you feel comfortable. Okay, so that's number one, prancing feet. So secondly, you can do, I picked up the ball, but what you could do with doing the prancing feet is you could just do one at a time if two together is too much. Okay, so obviously we're all different shapes and sizes. We all have different issues going on. So if you went from one to the other, you could do it as a little rhythm. But you choose whether you prefer 2 feet or 1 foot. It's the same exercise, just slightly simpler if you go from 1 foot to the other. And then find your trusty ball. So you're going to place the ball underneath your foot. So again, you may like a wall alongside you, to help you with your balance. And you can just put the hand on the wall and you're going to curl your toes over that ball. And just take a few breaths, just allow your foot to accommodate that ball underneath there, stretching a few muscles in your foot. Then when you're ready, holding onto the wall if you need to, you're going to start to roll that ball around underneath your foot, starting at the top of the foot through the ball of the foot, rolling it all the way down. And you're going to find somewhere a little area that you can feel is tight. So when you find that tight area, you stop rolling the ball, you push into that tightness as much as you can. Okay, don't go through a pain barrier, just as much as you can to put a little bit of pressure there. Hold it for a few breaths. This will help to relieve it, help the muscles to release in your foot. Then when you're ready, roll that area again to massage those muscles, and then continue on your journey right down to your heel. So if it's your heel that's causing you discomfort today, push into that heel. Just for a few breaths, you don't have to hold it for very long. Release and massage. And then take the ball all the way up the foot again. You might find another place. You might have lots. Each time, stop, press for a few breaths, and then continue till you come back to the toes over the ball. Now, you may just have this plantar fasciitis in one heel, which is quite normal, but in yoga, we always do both sides of the body. So you're just going to turn around and you're going to do exactly the same on the other side. You might be surprised how tight your other foot is actually. So get those toes over, heel down, hold on to the wall if you need to, or a chair, wherever you are. Give yourself a few moments. Make sure you're standing nice and tall and that you're balanced. Then begin to roll that ball around the ball of your foot, taking it on the inner arch. As soon as you feel something, push into that ball. For me, it's my arches. Doesn't matter how many times I do this, my arches are always tight. So I push into the ball just for a few moments, for a few breaths, then roll that ball in that area, massage that area before moving the ball down towards your heel. And then back up on the outside. If you find another area, push and hold, helping it to release. Roll around and then bring it all the way back. Toes over the ball. Few breaths. And release. Whoops, nearly lost it. Okay, so that hopefully will make your foot feel really good, and then just walk around and you should feel already your feet are feeling slightly better, fingers crossed. Okay, so I'm going to put the ball to one side. So the other thing we're going to do is going to sit on our heels so that we can stretch the whole of your foot. This for me is the best exercise that I know for plantar fasciitis. Now not everybody can sit on their heels. So you come down to what we call high kneeling. And if you know you can't sit on your heels comfortably like this, then come up and find yourself a cushion or a pillow or a few cushions and actually pop them here so that you can tuck your toes. So you do need to tuck your toes. Now, if it's too much, then you just tuck one toe to begin with. And you're going to hold on to the cushion, the pillow, so it doesn't move. You're going to breathe in, and as you exhale, you're going to sit down on that heel, and you'll feel a beautiful stretch from your toes to your heels. You might not think it's beautiful. Your poor toes might be screaming, but if you can, hold it for a few breaths. If it's too much, come up, release, tuck the other one, come back, and release. And just keep doing that alternately. Or if you possibly can, without a cushion, you're going to tuck those toes Sit back on those heels, rest your hands on the thighs, roll those shoulders back and down. And try and hold it for a slow count of 10. If 10's too much, then 5. And move it up to 10, up to 15, up to 20. Breathing while you're doing it. Maybe listening to your favourite tune. And then release, come forward, hands are on the mat. Let me just move that cushion. Hands are on the mat. And then just bash those toes. Now you can do that little exercise as often as you like, with both feet or with one foot at a time. As I say, that is the best one that I know to stretch those muscles in the foot. So what we're going to do next is we're going to come to lying with our belt. Now, the reason I've chosen this one is this is a really good exercise to strengthen the whole of your legs up into your glute, because all of the muscles in our body are connected. So if you're tight in the fascia in your heel, it can affect up to your toes. It can affect all the way up through your leg into your glute, maybe even into your lower back. It's amazing when you have one part of your body that's not working correctly, how it can affect everything else. So I thought this was quite a good stretch, and I'll even guarantee you'll feel taller after it. How's that? You can't lose, can you? Okay, so you're going to come down to lying, bend the knees, hands under the thighs, just roll down carefully. Tuck the tailbone under, lengthen the spine along the mat. So I'll do the leg closest to the camera for you. You're going to take this belt, you're going to bring the foot up, and you're going to place the belt around the ball of the foot, not the arch, the ball of the foot. And you're going to take that leg up to the ceiling, holding on to both ends of the belt or the dog's lead or the dressing gown cord. Now, if you can't stretch your foot away, that's fine. Have it bent here. As long as the foot's flexed and you've got that belt, that dressing gown cord or that dog's lead around the ball of your foot. And all I'm going to ask you to do initially is push into that belt. And you might surprise yourself as to how much your leg will then straighten slightly. Don't push it. Just go with where your body is today. The more you do it, the more your leg will release. The more it will be happy. It will think, oh, I've been here before. Yes, I'm happy with this. I'll do this again. I'm only doing yoga. I'm safe. So you're going to hold it there for a few breaths. You're then going to swap the belt over, and both ends of the belt are going to come into the left hand. The right hand is going to come onto your other hip. You can either leave that knee bent with the foot on the mat, or you can slide it away, your choice. Flex the foot and squeeze the glute on that side. It will help to stop you from rolling. You're then going to breathe in, and as you exhale, you're going to gently open with the aid of the belt and squeeze the glute of the opposite leg to stop you from rolling. You don't have to go very far till you feel this inner thigh stretch. Release your shoulders. Don't hunch up in your shoulders. Just breathe. Feel that stretch. Then breathe in, and as you exhale, come back up. Swap the belt into the other hand, both ends of the belt into the other hand. Other arm comes out to support you, and come all the way over. If you possibly can, down to the mat or to a wall or to a chair, because this is a strong stretch. It will stretch all the way up the outside of your leg through what we call the IT band, and again into this big muscle in your bottom, into your glute, which can very often be tight, which causes tightness in the legs, in the lower back. So all we're trying to do is stretch and strengthen all of the muscles in your leg. And then you're going to slowly come back up. Release the belt. And we're going to do it on the other side. So again, keep this knee bent, foot on the mat to start with. Bring that knee in, belt around the ball of the foot. Hold on to both ends of the belt. Push that foot up to the ceiling. and feel that stretch in the back of the legs. Don't forget, you can bend the knee, it's absolutely fine. Just keep pushing into that strap, whichever strap you're using. Then if you possibly can, you're going to lengthen this other leg. If not, keep the knee bent. As I said, we're all different, we've all got different capabilities. And place your hand on that hip. Squeeze that bottom, that big cheek of your bottom, and start to open. So both ends of the belt go into the right hand and come over. Just a small movement, that's all it needs to be till you feel that stretch on your inner thigh. Hold it there for a few moments. Then breathe in, and as you exhale, slowly up. Switch the belt over, both ends of the belt, into the left hand. Take the other arm out to the side to support you. And this time you can roll, coming all the way over so that you get that stretch from your lower back, through your glute, all the way down your leg. Keep that foot flexed, work those muscles. Hold it for a few breaths. Breathe in, and as you exhale, you come all the way back up. You release. Take the legs side by side, and you should feel taller, longer, freer. Wiggle those hips from side to side. Just release that lower back. And again, you can put that belt to one side. So whilst we're lying, okay, we're also going to work our ankles, because you'll get tightness in your ankles as well from plantar fasciitis. So again, excuse me, we're going to come down safely to lying. If you need to, bend up the knee of that right leg as you take the left leg up to the ceiling. So again, if the knee's bent, that's absolutely fine. And all I'm going to ask you to do is flex that foot. So you're pushing the heel up, toes down. And you should, if you're tight, you're going to feel that in your hamstring, possibly in your calf. And then you point. And this time you'll feel it down the front of your foot, down your shin. Flex and point. Flex and point. So if you can do that about 10 times, slowly, make sure you feel the stretch before you move the foot. I think that's 10. And then you're going to rotate the ankle. Doesn't matter which way you go. You're going to go 3, 4, 5. And then you're going to come 5 the other way. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And slowly bring that foot down. You may feel that in your leg. Don't worry, it's absolutely fine. And take the other leg up. Flex the foot. Feel that stretch down the back of the leg, and then point and flex, point and flex, point and flex, point and flex. And I think this is 9, 10 coming up. I'm rubbish at counting, so please do your own counting. Okay, and then rotate that foot. Doesn't matter which way. That's 3, 4, 5, and come back the other way. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release that foot down. Shake those knees from side to side, wiggle those hips, release that lower back. Just let it all go for a second. And then take the hands behind the thighs if you can and rock up, or just roll over onto your side and bring yourself back up. And we're going to use the brick. Okay, so brick or books, whatever you have to hand. So I'm going to do it in the center of the room so that you can see. What I'd like you to do is, if you can either use a step in the house. If you have a house where you step up to something, you can use the bottom stair and then you can hold on to the banister, or you can place your books in front of the wall like this so that you can hold on to the wall. So all you're going to do is you're going to place the top half of your foot onto the brick. So it's it's level with the base of my bottom toe, hands on hips. And all you're going to do is drop that heel to the floor and lift it. Drop it to the floor and lift it. Drop it and lift it. That's 3. I'll just do 5 on each side. You're very welcome to do as many as you wish. And the other side. So set it up in line with the little toe. Drop and lift. Drop and lift. Drop and lift. Drop and lift. And if you're very, very brave and you've got something to hold on to, I will hold on to the wall at the side here. You can come on, stand onto that brick or your books in line with the bottom toe and drop. It's not easy. As you can see, I've just gone down. And then you've got to pull yourself up. So you've got to use your core. Pull that belly button in, up and back. Down and up. Down and up. Down and up. Down and up. But as I say, not all of these exercises are going to be good for you. Choose the ones that work. Choose the ones that you get the most benefit from, but try them all, because something will work for you. Something will help, I'm sure. So before we finish, we're going to again come to sitting. So I'll sit to the side so that you can see. Take the legs long, sit up nice and tall. And it's like you've got windscreen wipers for feet. In fact, if I turn so you see the soles of my feet, back a little bit. So have those feet, legs hip distance apart, lean into your hands, but sit up tall. And it's like windscreen wipers. So you're going to bring the big toes together and apart, together and apart. This is working and strengthening your ankles. Because I said earlier, all of your muscles are connected. So you not only need to work your heels, you need to work all of the muscles in your feet. You need to work and strengthen your ankles and your legs. So hopefully these little movements that I've given you today will in some way help relieve your pain. But as always, please remember, if it doesn't work, if it's too painful, then speak to your medical practitioner. They are the experts. We are just lowly yoga teachers, trying to use movements to the best of our ability to help you. And then to take the focus away from your legs and feet, we just do a little bit of work on your spine, because again, plantar fasciitis can have such an effect on the rest of your body, up through your legs and into your lower back. So this little movement will help your lower back and will help open and create space in your spine. Very, very common pose for yoga, but such an effective pose. And it's quite simple as well in what it does. Okay, so you're going to come into what we call tabletop. So your hands are underneath your shoulders, your knees are underneath your hips. Now, when a lot of people start yoga initially, they say, oh, it hurts my wrists. And that's because they press down through the heel of the palm of their hand. What you need to do is you need to press down through the base of your fingers, and that will take the weight out of your wrist and the heel of your hand. So just practice that. Come forward, press into the base of those fingers. So your wrists are in line with your shoulders, your knees are in line with your hips. You're going to breathe in, and as you exhale, you're going to push into those hands as if you're trying to push them to the top of the mat. You're going to round the spine, bringing that chin and that nose in towards the chest, as if you're trying to round up to the ceiling. Then you're going to breathe in, and as you exhale, you're going to begin to drop your abdomen. And it's as if you're pulling the hands towards you this time. As you lift your head, lift your heart. And you should feel movement within your spine. So as you push and round, you push the hands away, you create space in that spine. And then you reverse the movement, pulling the hands towards you, lifting the head, lifting the heart. Let's try a few more of those, because this is just a simple little movement. But oh, it feels so good if you're tight in your spine. Don't forget to use the hands and the arms as you come forward, lifting the head, lifting the heart, pull those hands towards you. As you round up, push those arms away, push those hands away, sorry, not the arms, push those, it's as if you're pushing them away towards the top of the mat. And again, come into your cow. So as I say, a simple little movement. Again, you can do it as many times as you wish. You can just pause the video, doing it as many times as you wish, and then press the replay button again. So for the last one that I'm going to give you today, again, it's going to create movement in your spine, what's called a twist. And that is also good for your spine and good for your inner organs. So I'll turn to the side so that you can see. You're going to sit up tall. Could be here, could be here, could be here. Wherever is best for you. You might even like to sit on a cushion, which raises up your hips slightly and it allows then the knees to drop open. It allows the hips to release a little bit more. You're going to take your left hand on your right knee, your right arm up and over. Don't take it away so that you lean into it. Slide it in so that it's close to you like a second spine. Come up onto your fingertips like a spider's web. Push into those fingertips, sit up tall. Then pull gently with the palm of your hand onto that right knee and twist to look over your right shoulder. Inhale, exhale. You may be able to twist a little bit more, you may not. As time goes on, you may find that you can get round further with every exhalation, but for the first time, don't push it. Go to your comfort zone, no further. When you are more familiar, then you can try to push into those fingertips and try and twist, but always do it on the exhalation. And come back. I'll turn for you. So again, right hand on left knee, left arm, up and over. Little spider's web or pyramid, push. Can you see what happens with my body? Push and you sit up tall, you make space in your spine. You pull gently on your knee with the palm of your hand, and on your exhalation, round you go to look over that left shoulder. You may easily find that one side is more mobile than the other. This is all very, very normal. We're none of us the same on both sides of our body. We like to think we are. We look in the mirror and we think we are, but we're not. Okay? And it's quite normal. So exhale and twist. Always work with your body. It's your body, not mine, nobody else's. Go with where you feel best. And you will find on different days, at different times of the day, your body will respond differently. So I hope that's helped. So perhaps you could drop a comment in the box and let me know if it's helped you. I hope it helps my student. I'll be sending it to her later on today. So take care. Thank you for joining me today. And hopefully I'll see you another day. Okay, bye for now.